Hello, men and women of today. My name is Colin McCrazy. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I have an inbox if you want to send a question down in the Google form in the description down below. It's really easy. It takes like 2 seconds to fill out. If you want to send any advice or questions you would like me to make a video on, I do those every Tuesday. And I made a video pretty much about a year ago, a little later in November of 2024, talking about combating seasonal depression. If you want to go check out that video, I'll put it up on screen and in the description down below. I posted it on my old channel that I don't post to anymore, but you can still go check it out. It's still up over there. And I kind of want to flip the switch with this year because I haven't really felt that seasonal depression feeling. You know, you get that sort of deep, gloomy, sometimes like romanticized sad feeling whenever the weather changes. It gets crisp outside, it gets a lot cooler, but it also gets quieter. The animals all go hibernate or they migrate. All the insects are gone, thank God. I hate bugs. But things start to slow down quite a bit, even though for some people it could be the busiest time of the year, with holidays, especially if you're working like retail. God forbid you work in retail. I'm sorry. Shout out to Ellie, by the way, that works at the supermarket. You're one of the essential workers. But yeah, it could be really busy. But for most people, it slows down, especially in those quiet moments where you're by yourself. And that's where I think seasonal depression creeps in the most. But for some reason, for me this year, um, I think I've just subconsciously kind of embraced it without really acknowledging it until this video, until I thought about it enough where I don't really feel that sort of like romanticized sadness or that sort of gloomy, deep down feeling where I am alone and like I feel like I need to reach out to everybody that I know. Um, and I feel like I'm more comfortable than ever being alone. And I'm pretty used to being alone. I think I've talked about this subtly a few times throughout the videos that I make, where I spend quite a lot of time by myself. Making these videos, I have to be alone without having anybody around me trying to record and be quiet. But also, a lot of the hobbies I do, I play games by myself quite a bit. I've picked up reading, which has been really nice, and with the colder months and it being a lot more quiet, it is very peaceful to read a book without any sound or noise going around me. And I get really into my books, which is great. I finally finished my first book of the year, which is awesome, and I just picked up a new one recently. And stuff like that, yeah. Drawing sometimes. Even though usually when I draw, I listen to music just to have something there, but it's nice to embrace that peaceful quietness. There's solace in it, I think, that a lot of people don't like to face. There's a lot of things that happen during these colder months that is tragic. I know for me, I am one of those people that have lost quite a few friends and family during this time of year, and I don't think the colder months really are without a lot of drama or feelings and deep emotion, but it's good to embrace it. And I think another part of why I'm embracing it so much is because of age, I guess. Knowing that I'm kind of in my later 20s now and how much I've matured since, I don't know, I first had seasonal depression, that sort of feeling, probably all the way back in high school. It feels good in a way, and it's weird to say because that other video I made, maybe at that time, like I went to go back and rewatch it, and maybe I was just struggling to feel like I'm progressing. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I don't feel like the things that I do every day feel like they're adequate. And if you are feeling that way, I think I have some good tips in that video to help out. But I think anything you do, as long as you wake up in the morning and get up and do something with your day, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's big or small, I think you are committing to yourself and you are doing something of value. That is either for you or for someone else, and it's important to know that. But like I feel like I'm talking more about like the feeling of seasonal depression, and some of you might relate to what I'm talking about. If you do, let me know in the comments about what you do during your time. I feel like I've been taking a lot of the quietness that I get nowadays, and it may feel somber sometimes, but it really feels more like solace to me, where I quite enjoy the time I get being by myself. And of course, there's always holidays. I'll see my family actually pretty soon. I'm gonna be traveling twice this week, or not this week, this month. And I got Christmas coming up next month, which is great. And I'll be seeing quite a few friends as well. I got some friends coming over after New Year's, so there's not a lack of social interaction. I just think it's a little more amplified during these months where it comes in more intensity. And I think I invite you guys that do feel their sense of seasonal depression to try to embrace it. Even though I've been embracing it subconsciously, now that I'm acknowledging it, I feel like I'm actively now embracing it. And I always do that, especially when it's like extremely cold outside, because I live in the South and it doesn't go below maybe like 50 degrees until December, like late December. So once that time comes, it's the best feeling to walk outside either at night or in the morning when no one's really awake, and you get that really crisp air feeling where the air just like snaps you into almost like a trance, and all you hear are maybe the whispers of cars in the background, far off in the distance, or a subtle low horn from a train in the distance, and it's great. It's a great feeling, and I invite you guys to embrace those moments of peace and try to think of peaceful thoughts during those times. And yeah, I think that's really all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I appreciate all the love I've been getting on the channel recently. You guys are awesome, and thank you for everybody that's come in, that's new, subscribed, and I will make another video next week on Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Bye!